Hey everybody out there in RPG land, it's me, Benito Garcia from Go RPGs, and I've got something really fun to talk to you about today. We're going to review some really cool things that I have found on Etsy. Like most people, when you're going through Etsy, you see a lot of things you didn't know you need, but once you see them, you realize you can't live without them. I've ordered a few things, and I want to share with you what fun they are. We'll go through the Etsy page, we'll look at some of the descriptions, the prices, and I think you guys are going to love these products just as much as I did. So the first thing I came across on Etsy that I ordered that I really, really enjoy having is this disc or this effects ring. It really helps you to understand where an effect or a spell takes place on the map based on where the spell starts. There's an area in the front that shows the casting from the character and how it sprays out in a particular cone. It's got round radiuses, it's got cube measurements. It's really cool. So let's head over to the Etsy page and I'll walk you through that and we'll take a look. Okay, so here we are at the Etsy page. This is what I'm talking about. Look how cool this disc is. The price isn't bad. It's $22.99 before shipping. I don't think shipping was very much. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it probably definitely was under $30 as a total. If you look at this ring, you can understand for sure what I'm talking about now. The area of effect is so easy to see here that just you don't even have to place it on the map. You can just hold it over the top of all the players and the creatures, and it gives you exactly who's in the line of fire and who's going to be affected by these spells. This picture is really cool. We use this one a lot when we're playing. Uh, just setting the disc down, if you set it down in front of your player who's casting a spell, it gives you so much information and makes it easier for everybody to understand what's happening. There's a ray of effect or a cone. It gives you a 30-foot cone, 15, 10. That's very helpful when you're trying to decide if your effect is going to hit another player or if it's going to target the creature effectively. As well as it has rings to indicate when a spell has radiant damage. It goes from 5 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet, 20 feet. So you know right away whether or not you should be casting your spell based on what's happening around you, and also if you're going to affect the creatures that you're coming in contact with. But look how easy it is to read the etching and the numbers on this disc. It just completely takes the guesswork out or trying to count squares and figure it out that way. It only takes a quick second to pull this out, hold it out over the players. Again, it was only $22.99 and the seller was Saga Squares. Let's click on that and just sort of see what they got going on. So this is Saga Squares here. They have all kinds of really cool products. You can see there's clear dungeon tiles. They've been on Etsy for about a year, and I couldn't be more happy with the disc that I ordered. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk to you about is my absolute favorite thing I've ever found on Etsy, and it is these effect rings. They are so fun to use. They have kept me in line as a DM like nothing else out there. They're great if you're trying to keep track of who should be concentrating, which creatures might be paralyzed, which ones are stunned, petrified. There's so many different rings with so many different effects that it just makes everything so much easier. You're not getting bogged down by having to go back because you forgot somebody might have been paralyzed, and then the game slows down or hits the brakes and the players are upset because you were supposed to remember something and you didn't. The rings help everybody to remember what's happening. So let's run over to the Etsy page on this one also and look at the supplier, the price, and we'll go over some things there. So as you look here, these rings are beautiful. The price might seem a little steep at $89.99. I get that. But the first time I used them, it was worth every single penny that I spent on this. It doesn't come with an index. It basically comes with a box and they're all in one big plastic bag, all mixed up. What I did was I just alphabetized them in the box and then made a key, which I just glued into the lid. So at any point in time, I can just look up what effect I need, reach over, grab the ring right out of the box, I know right where it is, and get it on the player's mini and not lose any time hunting for it. So that's definitely something I would suggest that you do as well. But as you can see here on these particular minis that we're using in this campaign, Look how easy it is to read these and see what's happening and understand your players to be able to keep track of the conditions that they're in as well. I love these things. I would recommend these to everybody out there to get a set. We'll look at the supplier here. You don't have to buy as many as I did as far as the amount of them, but if you go to Handy Made Studio, you can see that you can get them in different sets. Here's a set for $38.99. You can get 64 condition rings. I think they have sets that might even be fewer than that. These guys haven't been on Etsy for a long time, 2019, but the reviews are really good. They have 5 stars. I had to actually message the shop owner when it came time to get these discs. If you look over here, if you look under here, you see that you can get 114 condition and spell effects rings. On top of that, they let you pick 7 pairs of additional rings of your choice based on the effect rings they already have. So you may need more concentration rings, or you may need more stunned or petrified. Again, I kind of go back to the same ones, but maybe exhausted. Maybe you're playing with a few barbarians that need exhaustion rings. When she emailed me back, because I had picked out rings I didn't realize needed to be in the set, so I'd made up my own. At that point, she told me to pick from the rings that already exist. And she said, but we do have some secret rings that we don't necessarily include in the description. And they're rings that say, I can't say this without getting in trouble. You're effed, basically, is what the ring says, but it doesn't say effed. It's the actual F word. I went and ordered a couple of those because I knew that my players would think those were just hilarious once I pulled them out. So anyway, definitely order a set of those. You'll be so happy that you have those the first time that you use them, and you understand how much smoother that makes your game run and how much more fun the players are going to have. You're going to realize it was worth every penny. Last but not least are these risers, these combat tiers. These have really changed the game for myself and my players just on a visual level. Normally when you have a flying character or a flying creature that you're fighting, that creature is always just represented on the map with everybody else. You're just supposed to suspend belief and understand that it's in the air flying around. I mean, it's worked, and it's worked for years, and then this product came out and it really changed everything. Let's go to the Etsy page and I'll show you what that's about. Okay, so here's the 3D combat risers. These things are awesome. They're really well built. The platforms are crystal clear, so when you lay them on the map, you can see that they're gridded, and you can still see right through to whatever map that you've either purchased or you've drawn. It keeps everything right in line. The price isn't bad. It's $24.99, and you get everything that you see here. You get the base, you get 3 different heights as far as the pillar goes, and then you get the platform on top for your character or creature to go onto. I went ahead and ordered 2 in this particular case because if I had more than 1 creature or 1 player flying around the map, I thought it'd be nice to have 2 so that I don't have 1 flying and 1 on the ground, but I'm supposed to, remember the one on the ground's in the air. At that price, it was no big deal to order 2. Here's a really cool picture. Don't ask me how they got the spider to stay upside down on this particular picture. I have no idea how they did that. But as you can see, this wouldn't necessarily even have to represent a flying creature. This would represent something that's on the ceiling above you or in a web. Let's look up here and see. Axe and Shield is the company who's putting these out. They've been on Etsy since 2017. They have 5-star review. I would definitely recommend them. Here's some more cool stuff. They've got even some individual flying tiers that don't have the grids. I could see where these would be handy if you're just moving your character around the map. You can just move the whole pyre or you can move the whole column then with your character on top. These are cool. These I wanted to look at for sure. The price is good on these considering what you're getting. At $47.99 you're getting 3 layers. This is really interesting to me. It looks, wow. I don't know what situation this would be, but I would definitely like to get into that situation and then have the opportunity to use these. This is really cool. Wow, that is neat. Let's see what other configurations they have it set up in here. They have that. Let's see, what is this? Oh, these ones are blue. That's neat. I didn't realize you could get them in a tinted color, but it looks like you can. So those are the 3 things that I found on Etsy so far. We'll do a lot more reviews on some cool finds from that particular site And again, I just typed in Dungeons and Dragons, found some things I didn't know I needed. I thought I'd try them out, order them, and I've loved every single one of them. They've really enhanced the game, and they've made it a lot more fun for the players. It's made things a lot easier for me as a DM. So I would highly suggest any one of these. They all get 5 stars from me. So remember, if you want more fun reviews, make sure that you're hitting the button that has you subscribe, which I can never remember. I think it's right here. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button so we can get our numbers up and we can get some really fun products for you guys to look at. And we'll constantly be posting videos. We've got some battle maps that are going to be coming up that are really uh, amazing maps put out by some amazing artists. And I can't wait to share their Patreon pages with you so that you can have the opportunity to get some good maps. We've got some other things that are coming down the pike that we'll review that you're going to really, really enjoy. So again, make sure you're smashing that subscribe button. Get our numbers up. That means a lot to us, and it really shows us that you guys want to see some more videos. So until next time, continue adventuring, having fun, rolling 20s, rolling ones in some cases. I don't know. Sometimes that happens. What can you do? But just have fun with your friends. And from everybody here at Go RPGs, we wish you the best campaign possible.